On this week's Most Craved, are there too many superheroes?
Robert Rodriguez is doing Jonny Quest. Is doing Jonny Quest. The movie.
I don't want to look at that.
The clown?
Yes.
You don't like clowns?
No.
See, when we were talking about this before, if it was a spider,
Not
I'd be
okay
in a
either.
lot of trouble.
No, not okay either. No.
My name's Ethan Embry. Hey, guys.
Hey guys, welcome to Most Craved. I'm Jenna Bush with Legion of Leia.
I'm William Bibiani with Crave Online. Hey, hey. And we got Ethan Embry here.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Ethan Embry, the star of Can't Hardly Wait and Empire Records and That Thing You Do and Freaky Links.
Yeah.
And Freaky Links.
Yeah.
You missed Freaky
That was
Links.
fun.
That was a cool show, man.
Yeah.
But you got a new film called Echoes of War.
Yes, I do. I guess it's out now. You
On
can get it-
iTunes. You can get it on iTunes right now. And then it comes out
VOD, and then July 7th, I think it comes out on DVD.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about Echoes of War.
Echoes of War is a post-Civil War character piece. It's a drama. It's pretty heavy. I don't know. Have you guys seen it? Did you guys watch it?
I have not had a chance to see it yet. I'm embarrassed.
No, don't be.
Okay.
It's funny because I like reading reviews.
Yeah.
I do that.
Oh, okay.
That's impressive.
You know, I do.
Yeah.
I think it's important to know. I take it with a grain of salt, but I do like being informed. And the general consensus is that the performances are fantastic.
Well
James,
done.
well, I'm talking like the other people. Like I'm just one of many.
I was not good, but everyone else.
Everybody else. James Badgedale is fantastic in it. A great dude. Amazing actor. William Forsythe is also in it. Also incredible. And when you meet the guy, like what you know of Forsythe is who he is, which is crazy.
So he's crazy?
No, he's not crazy. But that
I've seen him in a lot of movies.
Like
He's a
that
terrifying.
powerful
Yeah.
presence. As soon as you meet him, it just emanates off of him. Very sweet man. Very
Okay,
cool.
good.
Very,
Yeah.
very sweet man.
A lot of the great movie villains tend to be very nice people, I find.
Yeah.
Which makes me wonder if all the heroes are douchebags. Like, you know.
Most of them.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah,
good
most
to know.
of them. Yeah.
Good to know.
This is important information.
I think it's important information. You know, the other thing that's really cool is this is actually the 20th anniversary of Empire Records.
Yes, it is.
This year.
Wow.
And that movie has such a huge cult following, and we all love it. And
Yeah.
one of my favorite scenes in that movie is when he gets sucked into the TV and he gets to rock out with Guar, and then I think you're eaten by a slug.
Yeah, there's a name for that thing, and I just got re-eaten by him. I met up with the guys from Guar, and they played a show, and I got eaten by the worm again. There's a name for it, and I don't know what it's called,
That's awesome.
but it's something like the Worm of Doom or some.
Nice.
Yeah.
Also
Also, sweet
fantastic.
dudes, like the
Also- yeah, I
biggest
was gonna
villains
ask.
in the world.
I was gonna ask, what's
sweetest
Spotlight?
guys ever.
Yeah.
Sweetest dudes ever.
Are they in character all the time when they're like?
No, totally just regular dudes
Yeah.
that came up with an awesome shtick that pays their rents.
That's really cool. Ethan, I'm having trouble looking at you because this clown
Because
is in
the clown,
So I'm like,
Tim Curry, right?
Tim
Yes.
Curry
Yeah.
played Pennywise the Clown.
Those
And-
teeth
in
or
the
something.
miniseries of
Those
It.
teeth.
Oh yeah.
yeah, I know we're getting to that, but I just
Well,
had to point out if I look shifty,
Right.
that's why.
Well,
Gotcha.
we can get to it now because
All right.
It is back in the news. Cary Fukanaga has unfortunately left this big, ambitious two-film readaptation of Stephen King's It.
Two films.
It was going to be two films. It was
Yeah.
going to be much like the TV miniseries.
Got it.
First film was going to be about the kids versus Pennywise the Clown. Second film was going to be about the surviving kids coming back to finish the job. And the original TV miniseries is a classic. It scared the crap out of a lot of people. Tim Curry played Pennywise. And you were telling us that you auditioned for that.
I
movie.
did. It was one of my first. It was at the beginning of my career. I remember going in and reading for it and reading the book so that I knew what I was talking about and regretting it.
Were you like too scared in the audition? Is that what happened? Or just like I can't have I can.
I don't know what ended up happening and why I didn't, but I'm glad that it didn't stick with me with the fear of clowns, because clowns are everywhere, you know? They're all over the place.
It's not
I couldn't
okay.
deal with that fear.
No, it's not okay. And I actually had to write an article once about the worst clowns.
Yeah.
I didn't sleep for a week. and I can't even look at it.
Do you like? What about the little porcelain ones that you see at like the antique store?
No.
Still.
Nope.
It's weird. So one of the things that people are saying might have ruined this new adaptation of It and might have canceled it was that Poltergeist didn't do very well at the theaters last weekend, and that
It did really well.
it did okay.
It only cost like $30 million to make, and it made $24 million.
I know,
That's
it's
great.
going to be fun.
Horror
It's
movies.
ridiculous, but everyone thought it was going to be a big summer blockbuster horror movie because that always happens. And some people, and the rumor is going that people in the studio were just like, well, I guess people don't like scary clowns,
That's
so
true.
let's not do It. And I'm like, if that would be true, and I'm not saying that's true, but if that's true, that's idiotic.
Well, I have to say the ads for that upset me a lot. There's a part of Ventura Boulevard that I can't look at because there's a big giant clown. So, and the original Poltergeist is the reason I have this fear. So, this is not a good topic for me.
You okay?
I'm all right.
Okay.
I
I'm
want to
good.
see the new Poltergeist.
I saw the new
curious about it.
Poltergeist.
How is it?
It's not bad. I don't know if it differentiates itself enough from the original.
Got it.
I think if you've never seen the original, you'll probably think it's actually quite scary if you're a little
Right,
kid or whatever.
right.
It's probably pretty cool. But if you've seen the original, it's enough of a retread that it's just like, okay, then we're doing this part again.
Got it.
And they're still doing like the fear of technology kind of a thing.
A little bit.
The original.
The biggest difference is that Jared Harris replaces Zelda Rubinstein, and I never would have thought that would be
It's a really weird-
normal. Yeah, it's an odd situation. It's an odd situation. But are you bummed out that we're not going to get a new It?
No.
People who are scared of things are the target demographic of horror movies, and that they refuse
No.
to watch horror movies.
Well,
It's so
no, I
strange
watch
to me.
horror
The
movies.
fear is what's so great about
Right?
them. Like, I wish I had a fear of clowns like that,
I'd
because then I
happily
could
give it
go
to you.
everywhere that clowns are and just scare the crap out of myself constantly.
Well, you said you have a thing about spiders.
Yes.
So do you watch like Arachnophobia
Yes.
and go, yeah?
And big ass spiders scared the shit out of me.
Have
Oh,
you-
yeah.
It was horrifying.
Fun
God,
movie.
have
I
you
love
seen
that
the
movie.
video online where somebody smacks the spider and then thousands of spiders run out from it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I don't have a phobia of spiders, but I respect spiders enough to get the hell out of their way.
Mm-hmm.
Just like
Terrifying.
Yeah, not okay.
Spiders are they're horrifying.
Yeah.
And I know that when we get invaded by an alien life form, that the thing's going to lift up, the light's going to come out, and it's just going to be this fucking spider.
It's spider clowns.
And every pest control company in the world's gonna be like, oh crap, we screwed up.
They're aliens,
Yeah.
man. They're not of this world.
They're not
human.
okay. They're
They're
not
not
okay.
okay.
I am. I'm going to talk about something else now because I'm not sleeping.
Good segue.
Okay. Yes,
do this.
it's all about my phobias.
That's good.
Okay. Oh God, I can't look.
Speaking of phobias, I'm not
yes,
entirely sure about this Jonny
superheroes.
Quest. Oh, are you gonna do that superheroes?
It's just superheroes.
Sorry, superheroes.
I need to talk about superheroes to get this out of my head.
Got
it. Okay.
Okay, so we have a lot of huge superhero movies coming up next year. We've got Captain America: Civil War, Suicide Squad, Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice,
They're
Law and
on a
Order.
roll lately.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and there's one more. Oh, X-Men Apocalypse.
And we still have some more from this year.
Right, and we had
We-
Avengers this
Ant-Man.
year.
Yeah, we still have Ant-Man coming out. We have Fantastic Four coming out. We are not done.
Well, now the question isn't so much are there too many superhero movies because there's no such thing.
I think
Yeah.
think it's like saying there are too many comedies.
Exactly.
You know,
No.
like I think that's a little unfair.
Yeah, but the thing is, are there too many superheroes packed into each movie? And that's sort of becoming a thing. You know, I did have this fear with Days of Future Past that there were going to be too many, and I think it worked out very well. But what I think is happening now is we're trying to shove so many things and so many Easter eggs and so many characters into each movie that each of the characters don't really mean very much unless you're a super fan of the comics. And I am, but not everyone is.
Well, you know, I that was my big problem with Avengers: Age of Ultron, which I thought was mostly a very fun movie, but it just didn't have enough room to breathe. There
Right.
wasn't really much of a story being told. Not a lot of the characters had a good moment.
But it's not about the stories.
That one isn't about the stories. That one's just about them quipping and punching stuff.
Yeah.
But once you get into like the individual films, like I want a Captain America movie to be about Captain America.
Yeah.
Right.
Wouldn't that be kind
Right.
of the
or
idea?
Captain America and Black Widow like it was last time.
That's fine.
Which I loved.
But supporting characters fine.
Right.
But like it looks like this new Civil War is going to be another Avengers movie.
Yeah.
They can be. I think a lot of the reason why we're having so many superheroes, the influx and all, because they can now. They
Yeah.
can make these movies so much larger than they could have even 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
Like we just got done watching 3 Spider-Man, and now we're doing a whole bunch because the technology and
Yeah.
what they can do is above and beyond anything that we've been able to do in the past.
Well, I also think that we've actually finally kind of cracked how to do this kind of movie correctly.
Right.
We had some really excellent superhero movies for a while, but it seems like there's been a consistency where the average superhero movie for the last 5 years or so has been pretty good. A couple of blips here or there, but
Yeah.
mostly quite solid, which is one of the reasons why I was sort of interested that they just announced that they're going to try to remake or readapt The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, one of the worst comic book adaptations in a while.
I'm not normally a remake person, but do it. Remake it, because there's no way it can be worse.
Yes.
No way.
Thank you. Thank you. Alan Moore is probably like pissed off in his coffee right now. But
the superhero movies of the old, like the original Supermans, they were about the character Superman.
Yeah.
They were about the character Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't make it about leaping a building in a single bound and moving faster. You just couldn't convey it.
Yeah.
Right, but
yeah.
do you think that's a bad thing? That like I think it's about balance.
Yeah, because the character, I mean, like concentrating on character is really important, and I think if you have so many of them, sometimes it's really hard to do that.
I don't know.
Yeah, yes, but that's.
cut you
I don't think that they're. No. I just don't think that they're going for that these days. They're going for big escapism, popcorn, insane visuals.
Yeah,
that's what they're going for.
Which is why I guess I like things like Daredevil and some of the TV shows, because you have more time to develop. I just wrote a thing about the new Ms. Marvel, Kamala Khan. I'd love to see her in a TV show. There have been rumors about her showing up in the next Avengers movie or in Civil War and all of that. I mean, who knows if they're real, but I think like that's an amazing character. She's an amazing character, and to have her just sort of be a blip on a screen or just hear her name somewhere.
Well, it's always about everyone has their favorite hero. Like Hawkeye is my favorite superhero.
Yeah.
He was barely in the first Avengers, disappeared for most of the rest of the movies, and then he finally got a good moment in Age of Ultron. But I want a Hawkeye movie, but everyone's going to have one of those. Someone out there like, I want a Speedball movie. You're not getting a Speedball movie.
I want Spider-Ham.
I just want a Speedball.
There you
Forget
go.
the Speedball movie. I'll just take the Speedball. The one
go.
thing that I'm happy about with all the superhero movies is that like now guys can have like what do they call it, the body image. Like now I have to be worried, like, these guys look insane.
I know.
Like that's just, how do they do that?
I don't
Now
know.
guys get to live the lives that women have had to live for the past 100 years.
See, I'm going in the
Maureen.
opposite
I'm not saying
direction
anything.
of that body, because I know eventually people are going to get tired of the six-pack abs, and they're going to be like, well, let's go in the... And I will look like a trendsetter.
All right.
Right.
Thank you.
Classic. Timeless.
William Bibiani setting the
Polite
trends.
comments on YouTube, please. We got to move on. One more thing that I just think is so weird. Robert Rodriguez is going to be directing a Jonny Quest movie. A show that only lasted like 26 episodes, had an awesome theme song, but really I think it's most famous now for inspiring the Venture Brothers, which is a show about failure. A great show about failure, but that's the whole point. Everyone in the show is a failure. And so Robert Rodriguez, but he's been like pursuing his own deal for so long. His own studio he's been trying to set up, his own adaptations, his own kids movies, his own completely weird, totally green screen and fake aesthetic for so long, that him doing a studio movie for like the first time since like the 90s is a strange thing. And I wonder if he just loves Jonny Quest that much, or maybe his last few films, which haven't been that good, if you ask me, if they're just like, I got to rebuild some credibility. I don't know.
Or are they doing like a Grindhouse thing with it? Is it going to be
Okay, that I'd watch.
like the 70s, because that's the time,
I feel like
right?
it would have to be. You'd have to do it, period, because that level of sort of nostalgia and arch heroism.
And maybe a
is
little
kind of-
tongue-in-cheek, Grindhouse-ish kind of.
Yeah, and it could go either way with him, because I mean he's also co-writing it, and it's I mean because he could go like the Sin City or Grindhouse route, or he could go the Spy Kids route. So
See, I would like to see Robert Rodriguez. Robert Rodriguez, you can do Jonny Quest. You don't get one green screen. Let's see if you can do it.
That's
and
what
you
they
have to
should
shoot
with
on film.
Beetlejuice too. Like, let's not get off topic, but
Yeah.
the new Beetlejuice, I hope they still do puppets and claymation.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The practical effects are what made
Why
that
we
so
love,
creepy and great. Yeah.
yes, why we love them so much.
Well, we were just talking in the elevator on the way up here about Mad Max. Nowadays, not CGI is the real visual effect that impresses the hell out of us. Like, holy crap, that was real.
yeah.
Brilliant.
Absolutely
I
good.
wish I was that guitar metal player dude
Duff
on the front of
Warrior?
the tuck.
Oh
Yes,
my God,
that was my role.
so cool.
I wonder if he did covers up on that thing.
So good. With a double neck.
Yeah,
It's the first time a
Amazing.
double neck guitar ever looked cool.
that's right.
You know?
Totally true.
So good.
I want to learn to play.
Awesome. Everybody, thank you for watching Most Craved.
Don't
And
send me clown pictures.
Don't send her clown pictures. But
she will accept clown links to
Oh
videos.
God, I'm not clicking on any links for the rest of the day.
freaky clown links. We got Ethan Embry here. Echoes of War is currently available on iTunes. You can find it on home video on July 7th.
Yes.
awesome. So be sure to check that out. Apparently critics are raving about it. And you can follow us on Twitter right here. We will see you next week.